My friends, the forces of Legman's legions need you, and today we're going to talk about exactly how you can join said legion for our upcoming stream of Together in Battle. My name is Tom, otherwise known as Titanium Legman, and welcome back to the channel. Hello everyone, a little bit less of a traditional format for this video today, as what we are going to be talking about is how you can create a custom character for our upcoming Together in Battle stream that'll be starting at time of recording in 2 days, August 31st, 2025. For those of you who are new to the channel and maybe have not been around since the last time we did custom character submissions for things like Unicorn Overlord, what I like to do on the channel when we're going to be playing a big tactics game where you can submit characters and have custom squads and there's permadeath and all sorts of fun stuff like that. Think very like XCOM 2 soldier customization, or again Unicorn Overlord squad building, is to give you guys in the audience the ability to submit a character who you can customize in terms of appearance, weapon loadout, class, skills, etc., depending on what the game offers, right? This is always a ton of fun, and it's a great way for myself and the community to kind of experience the game together, especially if there's ever the risk of like characters permanently dying and leaving the squad and sort of the anguish and excitement that can bring. Now, if you haven't heard of Together in Battle, I have actually put out a review of it on my channel in the past. I'll have that linked in the description. It's a really cool, very customizable indie turn-based strategy game that has a major focus on arena battles, like gladiatorial fights, set in an overall plot where there's assassinations and regicide and cultists and all sorts of classic fun things like that. But the biggest focus is actually building your arena team and then dealing with those plot elements as they come up, which means that there's a lot of capability for cool custom characters, especially due to the way that the game actually develops relationships between those characters and how that makes you more or less successful when it comes to managing things like their moods and their training regimens. It's a really fun title. I highly recommend checking it out if you haven't already. It's a really good time if you're a tactics fan. Also, huge shout out to the developer of the game, Sinister Design, who actually put together an entire character customization guide that I will also have linked in this video description, and I will have some of the footage in the background. He's a great guy. He's been very patient as I've been finding the time to actually finally be able to stream the game. Huge props to him, not only for developing the title, but for helping get this whole thing set up. We're breaking this into two parts. Number one, how you can get into the game and actually customize your character, because you are able to do so for free via the demo, and then how you'll be able to submit it to me, and also how I have different tiers of early access for different submissions and their characters. This is something that I do to give priority to channel supporters as a show of thanks for all of the financial support that they've given to the channel over the years, and also a way to kind of help filter if we wind up getting a ton of submissions, so it's not just an absolute cluster trying to figure out how exactly I can get people's characters filtered in a timely and fair manner. But first of all, the character customization. Again, I highly recommend that you actually check out Sinister Design's video that I have linked in the description. But as the brief overview, you have two different options here. If you have PC and Steam, you can go right now to the game's Steam page to download its free demo, which has full access to the character customization system that is compatible with the full version of the game. Once there, you can go into the actual character creator and then have all possible options available to you. All of the different appearance options, all of the different class options, stat growths. You'll even be able to write your own custom backstory, lines that characters will say, the types of interactions that they'll have with other characters, what types of weapons they would use based not only on their class, but what options are available in that class. There is a ton of customization here. You can be anything from heavy armor crossbow wielders to maniac fire wielding mages to mantis knights with lances that charge across the battlefield as cavalry, to weird little spirits that actually throw light bombs at things, to golems. There's a ton of options in Together in Battle, and you can choose any of them for your character here. Once you've gone through and customized as much or as little as you want to do, there is a little export button. You'll hit that, you'll get a line of code, and then you can submit that in my channel Discord, which will also be linked in the description. There is a specific channel, Together in Battle character submissions, where you can drop that so I can add it into my game as one of the various different pools that we will talk about in a moment. Now, if you don't have access to Steam or the demo, or you just don't feel like going through that whole process, you can absolutely still submit a character. You just won't have the same depth of customization customization that you would like. Essentially, all that I would like you to do if you're going to be submitting a character and don't have the ability to access the demo is to follow the instructions that I again have linked in my channel Discord. Basically, just give me preferred class, species, and name minimum. Any other details are welcome, but I can't promise that I'll be able to customize everything. Go as hard as you want, and then I'll do what I can from there. But at the very least, if I have those base character options, I'll be able to get that character into the game for you. I have a complete list of all of the different races and classes available in the Together in Battle character submissions channel in my server, so you can check all of the details there if you don't have access to the demo, and then again, you can submit it in that channel. That's the general overview of the character customization out of the way. So let's talk about my patrons and my YouTube members. Like I said at the top of the video, I like to be able to give priority access to my channel supporters through Patreon and my YouTube members as a show of thanks for all of the support that they've given me over the years. The channel probably wouldn't survive without all the direct support I've gotten from you fine folks. And this is just one nice way that I can kind of give back a little bit and get you guys early access to have your characters featured in our campaigns. It's by no means a guarantee that they are going to survive the entire campaign, and depending on how many submissions we get, there's still a possible chance that a character won't show up, but it at least is a much higher chance for you, and that really goes for all characters. The $10 and up tiers on my Patreon will be the first guaranteed access to the game. Your characters will be the first ones that I submit. Once we go through that pool and have anything lower than the $10 tier on Patreon, as well as my YouTube memberships, you guys will go into the pool next, and if we cycle through all of those characters, then the general public will have access. You can always submit a character at any point during the campaign so long as it is ongoing. You do not need to be a member to submit a character. You don't need to be a patron to submit a character. It just might take longer for your character to get cycled into the pool and potentially show up. Once I drop those pools of characters into the game, they will show up in the recruits shop, I believe in a semi-random fashion, and then it'll be up to our resources and what we kind of want to recruit to be able to fill spots in the team on who we pick out. So again, I just want to make this very clear, unlike something like Unicorn Overlord, we will actually specifically be paying to recruit characters in this game, so there's not a guarantee that I'm going to be able to get everyone in the army and playable over the course of said campaign. That said, it is also much more likely that we will have characters die during the course of this run. I have lost a lot of characters in every campaign that I've done in Together in Battle, and we're going to be cycling through a decent amount of recruits. So a little bit of give and take there. For my patrons and my YouTube members, I will have exclusive posts up on those platforms for you guys as well. If you would like to submit your characters there and not in the Discord, that's totally fine. I completely understand. I'll still be able to compile them all into the designated tier pools once I have all that information. And that's pretty much it. I'll be accepting submissions from the moment this video goes live all the way through the end of the campaign. So if you see this or the streams at any point and would like to join, you by all means should. I should have the stream notification up around the same time that this video goes up so you guys know when we're going to be going live. And if you maybe aren't interested in Together in Battle, or you are interested but don't get a character submitted in time, or they don't show up, etc., we're going to be doing this exact same thing for Final Fantasy Tactics: The Ivalice Chronicles when that drops at the end of September. Of course, there's going to be specific rules and ways that it works for that because of how you recruit characters in FFT versus in Together in Battle, but this same general idea of patron access, YouTube member access, general public access, submitting characters via the Discord, etc., will be what we do. If you have any questions, by all means, feel free to ask them in the comments on this video, or join the Discord and ask about it in the Together in Battle channels. Myself and the mods would be more than happy to help out if needed. Again, thank you to Sinister Design, not only for making this game, but for putting together such a comprehensive and helpful character customization video. It's useful even for me. And thank you to any and all of you who submit characters. The stream is right around the corner. I cannot wait to see how things shake out and who our big names and our saddest losses wind up being over the course of the campaign. Until then, my name has been Tom, otherwise known as Titanium Legman. I hope you all have a good night. Stay safe and healthy out there, everybody. And remember, be good to each other. Bye now.